So when we realised that they were actually making the real life version of the Fizzys, we were like, we have to make a film about this.
You see the cranes, and then you see really flat, tall buildings that are usually like really clean, like they have like some kind of cladding that makes them one colour. But they'll have like windows and they're like narrow strips.
This is like the only new builds. Like you can walk around later and there's kind of nothing apart from.
So I was on the bus and it goes round, there's like a huge cladded area where there used to be, I guess it's kind of like a huge roundabout now, but it used to be years ago a cinema, and like the bus has to go round it in this one-way system. I'm sitting on the top deck and we're getting round and we're getting close to like the station where the bus has to stop. Like there's a bus stop, but there's also like a pedestrian crossing. We stop and I'm just like looking out the window like you do, and I see this big sign like Fizzys.
So I get this message from Morag saying that the Fizzys really exist, and she gave me a link to the website, and it was amazing because I'd created this fictionalised Fizzy shelter with Chloe Morgan when I made the film The Estate Agent a few years ago.
Everything you feel like you've done wrong, give up and move on.
It's a lottery, only about 1 in 30 families will actually secure a place. But I often find that showing people around the alternatives kind of gives them that extra push they need to sign the contract with us. If you really can't afford Safe Homes Enterprises, then the only alternative is really to enter into the Fizzys. I think you'll see it's not that effervescent. So this is another example of a Fizzy.
What the fuck, like that's the same as Holly's fictional housing complex.
So when we realised that they were actually making the real life version of the Fizzys, we were like, we have to make a film about this.
I just arrived in Lewisham.
So I arrive in Lewisham, I meet Morag and she shows me the towers which are directly opposite the station.
Oh, here it is. Very good view here. Oh my god, it's glistening.
And my first impressions were like that they were really big, that they seemed very out of place.
Why can
Well, so
I not provide
it's how much is it? Can you just tell me some figures?
Me and Morag went to Wetherspoons to think about what to do.
The one that we wanted, oh no, the one that we wanted isn't available, but an identical one.
For how much? 1675?
Yeah, which is 800 and what, like 35, 840
Each. For 2 bedrooms.
Private balcony, open plan kitchen and living area. So there's only 3 rooms then, I guess, because there's 2 bedrooms and then the living area. But furnished is an extra 100 per month, so that would be 1775. So I really like what 900, let's say.
900 each a month.
Which is like more than double what I pay at the moment.
We're just calculating maybe what people are willing to pay in London right now.
So we decided to like get the computer out and look on some websites for like just to get an idea of what like average rent in the borough is. Oh, okay. No, that's a lot cheaper, isn't it?
Whoa, 150? Oh, per week?
Yeah. So what is that?
600.
Okay, so
So what are we doing now, Morag?
We're gonna go view one of the flats inside the Fizzys, just to see what it's all about. See what they look like, see what you get for your money. Try and ask them some questions about the community, like ethos. So then we decided, like, we've got to see these Fizzys for ourselves. Like, what are they? What's inside? Who lives there? What is this community?
And just as you come in the door, there was a station for where to feed your pets, and there were free snacks for your pets, but the building manager said they ran out really quick. Then we went up in the lift to the flat. So we opted to view one which was already furnished, and there was like a cushion that said Bumble Bay, B-A-E, with a picture of a bumblebee. And there was a huge open plan kitchen living room, not huge, medium size, and then a terrace that looked over Lewisham.
Enterprises. How did the Fizzys work?
And then we went to the roof and they told us about the roof parties. They'd often had barbecues and different events up there.
Then the only alternative is really to enter into the Fizzys. I think we'll see it's not that effervescent.
About the local areas, because that's such a negative perception of that at the moment. That's like the main thing that we have to try and overcome.
Yeah, and then we started watching that TV show, The Tower.
What I'll probably do is I'll get Simon to go out and do quite a lot of local area photography, because I think that will probably really help. It's really quite cool and trendy. Yeah, it won that award, didn't it, recently? I can't remember what it was for. Like the best high street in Deptford. Talked about the area. They may see that as negative. What can we use to basically? Well,
It's filmed in Deptford, kind of near, like a bit, you know, in the same kind of borough as the Fizzys.
It's about some social housing which was sold to private developers, and we watched an episode about the estate agents trying to sell the property to young rich Londoners who wanted to buy flats in the building.
to the area and show them that it's. I think the views is definitely got to be the main thing though. Pretty much uninterrupted, isn't it? Pretty much, isn't it? It's like a full panorama, which is just something you couldn't get anywhere else.
Greenwich is quite exciting as far as eating and drinking and socialising.
We don't want to focus too much on Greenwich, but we ought to. It's kind of saying that these things are nearby, you can access them, they're linked, without saying, you know, this is anything.
You know, they're like turning the council block into this like a place for rich people, and they're talking about like the dynamic that's creating in the area. So the show like speaks to the council tenants, and then it speaks to like the estate agents, and also speaks to like prospective new tenants that tend to be people who like want jobs in Canary Wharf, and like so it's really changing the area, and it's all happening in this one like council building.
Let's find it. Okay. Are you recording me or?
Well.
Okay. Join the community. We understand that a sense of community is becoming increasingly important for renters in London. Who wants to live in yet another faceless building where you have no idea who you are living with? We believe it's our responsibility to facilitate a community feel at each of our buildings. So that's why you'll have access to the dedicated Facebook group for Fizzy tenants, and why we throw the best block parties for our tenants. We really make an effort to provide great communal spaces and amenities to our tenants. Amenities so our tenants come home to so much more than just a flat.
No, I use it for like not unhealthy way, I reckon. You know, like kind of stalking, or just to like pass time when I don't want to think about stuff. I feel like that's not. It's like not a good use.
So I started to do Instagram just for my allotment, that's not like really mixing with real life.
Yeah.
And I'm getting loads of followers.
No way, what's it called? Oh, but am I not meant to go on it?
It's called Holly's Allotment. So we're in the studio trying to film some footage of us making the work for the exhibition. SD card this one.
Yeah.
So Morag was really interested in the battery recycling units and she kept sending me photos of them. So we decided to make a sculpture of them.
And then in the UK there's these like tubes that are for batteries for recycling, and there's some outside the like shop, the Sainsbury's that I go to like a lot, and they're the same kind of tubes. It's like the see-through tube where you see all the contents, but it's like a pile of stuff, and I kind of wanted to make them.
We find some cardboard tubes and turn them into battery towers / recycling bins.
We start painting it, we'll paint it like a battery, it's kind of the same size, and then that like developed into this housing, which is kind of like the tower blocks. So again, it's like the Fizzys, we had the door.
You can.
But are you like doing hashtags?